The man convicted of attacking Paul Pelosi at his San Francisco home in 2022 received a 30-year prison sentence last Friday. But a few hours later, it was announced that a resentencing hearing would take place because of an error that was made by the judge. That hearing has been set now for May 28th. Here to understand what is going on and what may happen is our legal analyst, Michael Cardoza. Hi, Michael. What just happened?
Well, you know, in courts, working in courts for as long as I have, judges make mistakes, lawyers make mistakes, clerks do. You hate to see it happen on this large a stage, but the judge did make a mistake, which she has readily admitted, and that mistake was not asking Mr. DePape if he wanted to make a statement to the court. Now, that's important because they take into consideration whether the defendant, the accused, and now the convicted in this case, DePape, is sorry for what he did. He didn't have a chance to express that, if he has it, sorrow to the court. So that's what this is all about. It's an error that's going to be corrected.
So does this mean leniency for him?
You know, I'm laughing because I know what happened with the defense when the prosecutors, the government, realized that the judge hadn't asked Mr. DePape if he wanted to make a statement. They immediately went to the court and said, you've got to reopen this sentencing and ask him whether he does want to make a statement to the court. But the defense objected to that and said, no. We've already filed our appeal, and that's one of the grounds for our appeal. So the defense is going to try to take advantage of that, either on appeal or in court, and say, if they can get DePape, and God knows what he's going to say with all of his mental issues, whether he in fact has contrition. And then the question will be, if he does and he expresses that to the court, will the court take that into consideration in reducing the already given 30-year sentence? I doubt, even if DePape says that he's sorry, that she's going to reduce it. By she, I mean the judge in this case, is going to reduce the sentencing to lesser than 30 years. But who knows? Maybe it might happen. Maybe she'll knock off 5 years or so. I don't know.
So, Michael, I mean, as you pointed out, one can only wonder what he might have to say. But the bigger question here is a technical error like that a risk of this whole case being overturned? Or is it, am I making too much of this?
Well, you never can make too much of it, Vicki, because stranger things have happened. I mean, to give you a small example, a jury stayed out about 15 minutes on a case one time, and the appellate court reversed it and said, you, jury, you couldn't have come to a decision that quickly, so we're going to reverse the case. I mean, appellate courts do look for, not things to overturn, but they do look at the technicalities that happen in the courtroom to see whether it's fair or not fair to the defendant. I don't see this entire case being overturned because of this. This was an oversight. My heart really goes out to the judge because, like I said, we're all human. We all make mistakes. And she just happened to make it on a very, very large stage. But she's owned up to it. She said, let's bring it back. Let's resentence. I'll give them a chance to talk and tell the court, you know, whether he does have contrition or not about this. And she will take that under, I'm not sure, submission, but she will consider that. I doubt if it's going to really change much. But as far as your question, will it reverse this case on this issue? There's not a chance of that, in my opinion.
All right. Clearly, we have not heard the last of Mr. DePape. He's got the state trial that he's going to be facing as well.
Now, that I don't understand, you know, why the state's going to do that, Vicki, because they got 30 years. They're going to prosecute him for a burglary, an attempted murder, and even if it runs consecutive, I just don't get that, spending that kind of money going after this guy on a state level. But who knows what their thinking is.
All right, well, there's time to talk to you when that actually happens. We'll be back to you
It'll be interesting
when that happens. Yeah, thank you so much, our legal analyst, Michael Cardoza. Have a good afternoon.